everyone, welcome to my show. Be sure to hit like, follow, and subscribe on YouTube and Twitch for all my exclusive content.
Good evening, everybody. Happy Thursday, and welcome to our Streamiversary celebration. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. And welcome on in. Sancho, good morning. Good to see you. Nevin, Rev, almost first. Barkman, good to see you. Ace, you're on time. I know, right? I like it. I appreciate it. Hollywood, good to see you. Welcome on in. Ascarin's here too. Ascarin just hit a 10 stream watch streak. Awesome. Thank you for being here for the last 3 weeks. Every time. I appreciate it. Jason V-Neck, good to see you. Sean, what's going on? Jurg, good to see you. Well, yes, it's Friday for all of you wonderful folks over in the UK and Europe. And Asia Pacific is probably already off to their work on Friday morning. Ah. And you know what? Just because I feel like it, and I want to say thank you to all of you for being here not only on time, but for the last, however many years that you've been here. Let's just do a BP giveaway right now. So if you need a battle pass, I'm going to ask a trivia question. All you have to do is type the answer in the chat if you want to win a battle pass. First person to get the correct answer wins. It's as simple as that. And here is our first question. Captain Jonathan Archer frequently had run-ins with the Andorians throughout Enterprise. Some good, some bad. And most of those interactions involved a character called Shran, who we do have in the game as well. What's the name of the actor who portrayed Shran in the series? It's true. He did play everybody. He played 7 other characters, I think, in Star Trek. It's kind of a crazy thing, and I think he does a bunch of voices and stuff, too. When in doubt, you just guess Jeffrey Combs, right? Because that is the correct answer. So, congratulations. Jason V-Neck, do you need a $20 battle pass? You don't need it. So you just answered the question and ruined it for everybody else. All right. I'm just busting with you. The next person with the correct answer would be Bob the Terran. Bob, do you need a $20 battle pass? Well, there you go. Congratulations. Wait, hang on a second. Bob, have you won already? You won in December. So you are therefore eligible to win again. So congratulations, Bob. You have just won one of our 2 bonus $20 battle pass giveaways. I already have your player ID number saved, so you don't need to send it to me again. So congratulations, and I think you owe Jason a beer. We'll call it even. Thank you for passing it down. We've got 3 more giveaways throughout tonight's stream. We're going to give away another $20 battle pass, probably close to the top of the hour. And we are also going to be giving away not 1, but 2 $100 packs, courtesy of Scopely. Now, I just want you guys to all start thinking about, in the back of your minds, because if you win, I need to know what pack you want tonight, because I have to turn all the answers in, all the winners in tomorrow morning. So, if you do win, think about what $100 pack you would want and make sure it is available for your level. You can't be like, I want a Crenshaw, and you're level 62 or something, I want this Prime that I can't get. I can tell you that anything basically above the weekly offers, anything in these first few buckets is off limits. So for the giveaways, it's basically everything from the ship box down. So you could get a ship upgrade pack, a station upgrade pack. There might be, some specialty ships, like if you don't have a Dauntless or something, or, you know, taking too long to grind out one of these other ships and you want to win one, you could just be like, I'll take that ship. Thank you very much. If you want to boost a building or you just want materials, primes, new techs, something, maybe an artifact or something. Maybe you're like, I'm never going to get this damn quantum slipstream. Let me just buy the thing. Maybe you want a fleet commander unlock here, an extra fleet commander slot, or maybe a Ben Cisco. I mean, some pretty good prizes. Bye-bye, Mrs. Tiberius. Have a good night. I love you too. Maybe you just want some Armada directives or Outpost directives. There's all kinds of bundles that you could choose from. Like I said, basically anything from ships down is on the table. So if you win, have that ready and be like, thank you, this is what I want. And we'll go from there. But in the meantime, I don't think Vault of Latinum is still available. I think they took that out. Hi, First Wave. Good to see you. Bob, you want to send me a different account? All right, send me here. Okay. You want to send me a different account? Send me a different account. Twitch Whispers has been acting up a little bit, but we're going to try it. It seems like there's like a 2 or 3 minute delay. I don't know what's going on there. Then again, everything seems to have a delay. Maybe it's all related to something that Amazon's got going on. Ace, thank you very much. 39 months. You have been subscribed to the channel, 37 of them at tier 1. I appreciate your support, and thank you very much for being here for the last, 4 years. Thank you all for being here. Some of you are newer. Some of you have been here since day 1. Ooh, a comp chest. So for the emergency maintenance problem, what are we getting? Valentine store tokens, awesome. Ferengi pass points, awesome. V'ger battle pass points, okay. Or the mid-ops points. Ilia shards, and an extra few daily reward chest tokens. Okay. That seems like a decent little comp chest for the emergency maintenance tomorrow. They had earlier today, rather. But let's take a minute. Business as usual. Let's see what events we actually have going on here right now. Because there's a lot. There's a lot of events going on now. We have this new Valentine's Day meta, the thing that just launched. We can look at that in a second. Our V'ger Battle Pass event is Domination. The lower ops one, I think, was also Domination today. It's rare that they overlap like that. Then you've got your Ferengi one, which also lines up. New TC. We've got Wave Defense also going on. We have our Valentine's Day meta event. So this one, you claim your love gift or earn your loyalty badges over the next 5 days. I'm guessing we're going to have to hope there's going to be more gifts because it's a 5-day event and you can, only get 5 loyalty badges. So I guess you'd have to do everything. If you are a lower ops player below 51, you're in that G3 and G4 area.
Sure about that.
Yes, I am sure about that. But hi, Moopsy. Good to see you. Hostile Hunt was the lower one. Thank you, Dundish. This one is actually a lot easier because all of these Mako qualifications, that's their series of events. So while we're doing Chronicles and we have a series of events for higher level players, the lower level players are doing this thing called Mako qualifications, where each day they have to do some pretty basic stuff. Kill 20 faction hostiles, use a little ship XP or trait XP, all stuff that lower level players would be more appropriate to. And on my lower level account, because I did milestones and hit the heroics, I think I'm basically done with this already. Which is weird to be so far ahead of it and done with it. But Maybe I'm just the weirdo who got all that stuff completed. Happy birthday, you filthy animal. Nice. Appreciate that. Ace is going to throw in some bits. Jason's throwing in some bits. We do have a hype train started now. Thank you all very much. And Sniper, thank you for your 20 stream streak that you hit just a minute ago as well. It's cool. I appreciate it. Calling it a birthday, the birth of Tiberius. I can get behind that. It's Tiberius' birthday. I can get behind that. Samo's here too. You showed up at the same... No, I'm just kidding. Destros, good to see you. Welcome on in. Broken Wolf. Power Grid SMS. That one's a little more challenging for upgrading ops for lower players, because they have to do spending resource or gaining power from doing material building upgrades and stuff like that. Or every ops level you upgrade is worth like 1,000,000 points. So I think if you went like 1 or 2 ops levels, it would also complete the event. But and thank you, Ace, for gifting out a sub. Thank you, Samo, for sharing about the party on your Discord. We already did one giveaway, and we have a $100 pack giveaway coming up soon. So, you know, you got to be in it to win it. No worries, Bob. I see a message from you. I'm just not quite sure what's going on with the actual whispers on Discord today, or on Twitch today. It was kind of being weird the other night too. I know Sama was trying to message me about when she was going to start her stream and stuff, and it was acting up. So I might have to like refresh and log in. If not, I'll reach out to you and we'll get it taken care of after the stream's over. All right. What's our protocol event? Hi, Jim. Good to see you. Thank you very much. Protocol event was to kill 50 FKR hostiles or 50 MU hostiles. If you have a Dauntless, that's at least a decent tier. Actually, anything above like tier 3, just send it into the MU and do a little faction grinding. Even if you can't hit, like you can hit the 61s or the 65s, just get a little something for your trouble. Or perhaps use your GS31 and just go beam some stuff. You could go kill level 18s if you really wanted to, just to get it done. This is one of the easiest ones to actually complete. Put a speed crew on a Rialta and go kill level 18s. Chronicles we'll come back to in a second. The Iron Defender heroic event is still ongoing. This is for clearing waves. Solo wave defenses. The elite ones pay out better than the regular solo waves. Depending on who's got starts available. Might run an extra one or two just to move up the list here and get some extra points. Outpost Pass is not till the end of the month, but we do have our mid-month Outpost events. This will run for 4 days. You'll basically have the Outpost Hold meta, which does have just a kill hostile component, so you don't even have to start Outposts to do the basic one. And that will finish your regular meta SMS also. So that event will run 4 times. You can just do hostile grinding for all of it. You can do hostile grinding for all of it if you want to. Jason, thank you for gifting out 5 subs and keeping the hype train alive. There's 5 happy people right there who won't have to deal with ads for the next month. I'm sure Mortal appreciate it, and Breaker's usually here on most of the time. A couple names in there I don't recognize, so either they're lurking, or they came in through a raid and never said anything. Moopsy. Moopsy. My brother Moopsy. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Martok, first time being here. Awesome. 4 years in, we're still getting new people to the channel. I love it. Jim just hit a 5-stream streak. Moopsy gave out 10 subs. Now there's 15 people so far this stream. 16, because Ace gave one out to the community a minute ago, who don't have to worry about ads. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. And just like that, we're into, what, level 4? Partway through level 5? Just flying right through it. All right, as I was saying, the regular meta event, you don't have to actually do any outposts for. You can just keep on killing hostiles. The heroic event over here, you do actually have to do outposts. Now, some of you guys were saying earlier that there was some type of bug, because yeah, there most certainly would have to be, because I started an outpost this afternoon and I didn't die, but I only got 60 kills. And I was a level 66, so I should have gotten 10 points a kill for the whole thing, would be 720 points. Why am I 30 friggin' points short? Now I gotta go read on Discord, find out what the heck happened. Outpost stalling out on US and EU servers has been raised. Hostiles no longer spawning before they finished. Oh, so basically the outpost kept running, but the hostiles just stopped spawning. Fantastic. Fantastic. So I guess we'll have maybe another comp chest coming in the near future. 10-Man Trek, thank you for gifting out 5 subs and finishing up the level 5 hype train. And then Jason just gave out 4 more. I think we've got most of the stream covered at this point. Now we're probably going to have a few people who aren't even here who are going to start getting subs to the channel. Jim, you're in the middle of an elite one now? Yeah. Yeah, so I guess... Yep. That was it. We killed the 60s, we got to the 67s, and then they just stopped spawning. They just stopped spawning. Even though my scimitar clearly had plenty of health left. Byte says if you were a community manager at Star Trek Fleet Command, you'd be mad at live ops. I think that's just like part of their job description, right? Their job is hard because of things that happen on the live ops side of things. And they have to deal with all the fallout of that. That's just their job description. So being mad at them, I mean, of course you can, because they make your job more difficult. But it's also kind of the reason your job exists. Like, if things went smoothly all the time, there wouldn't necessarily be community managers, because they'd be like, there's nothing to complain about, and we don't need your... We'll just give you a survey for your feedback. So, kind of a weird deal. Emerald Rose, thank you for the follow. Trek Diva hitting a 3-stream streak. Lord Hollywood, thank you for gifting out 5 more subs. We have now just finished our level 6 hype train, which according to Twitch is a new record, but that doesn't sound right. I mean, I'm going to take it and say thank you, but I kind of am a little puzzled as that level 6 was my previous highest. That doesn't sound right to me, but hey, they're the ones who keep track of these things, not me. So thank you, Twitch, for the notification. Thank you all for the gifted stream so far. And awesome. Thank you. And now we have 4 minutes remaining to get to level 7. Huh. We'll see if it catches up. You're going to hear that ping going off. Ronnie's going to singly approve every single sub we've gotten so far, because that's what Ronnie does. We probably have 5 or 10 more to go. All right. It's also Thursday, so we have Apex, we have Dimensional Breach, we have the Cube events, and our regular event tonight is artifact hunting. Oh, and mining. I guess I should go mine. Thank you, Ace. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, we usually get like some mini hype trains, so tier 2 and tier 3 every so often. So maybe that's the thing. We just don't go balls to the wall crazy like that. Yep, I said it. And there was cake earlier. We even had that too. I know some of you are saying like, "What's up with the cake?" We had it. We had to do it off stream because the grandkids will be in bed by the time I'm done streaming tonight. And I mean, can't send them to bed without their dessert, so it was kind of a thing. But it was a chocolate cake with a chocolate cream cheese frosting, and it was a half and half. So one half was chocolate with the chocolate cream cheese, the other half was a vanilla cake with a vanilla cream cheese frosting. The chocolate side was way better than the vanilla side, no doubt about that. But we did do a vanilla side, you know, for those people who prefer that instead. Ace needs some of that cake. You know what, Hollywood? I thought I had gotten up there too, but you know what? Twitch is keeping the record, and they're saying that tier 6 was the highest. So maybe we never got any further than that. But Ace, thank you more for the extra bits. Cottontail, good to see you. Welcome on in. Thank you for the 100 bits. Had cream cheese frosting. It couldn't have been that good. You know, that's one thing, Moopsy, we didn't get to discuss was desserts. Next time. Next time we'll work on that. We're going to go find like a dessert buffet, and we're just going to sit there and just go through all of them. Holy crap. 10 seconds to finish up tier 7, and Dr. Iron Chef tried to do it all himself with 2,000 bits. And now Moopsy's going to throw in 1,000 bits, and now Chef's going to throw in an extra 1,000 bits because he realized he shorted the math. And we have just blown through Hype Train level 7. Thank you, my friends. Thank you very much. And thank you all for being here. He's throwing in an extra gifted sub as well. Chat's going to get 3 emotes tonight. We're all the way here, halfway into level 8 now. As far as bits go, it would seem like gifting out subs might actually just, from a numerical standpoint, right? That's what we do here, right? We break down numbers and analyze shit. Yep, I said it. It seems like just gifting subs might work out cheaper, save you guys some money, but then again, I don't know what your bit conversions are. So thank you guys very much for the gifted subs. Although maybe we ran out of people to give subs to. So we're just cruising right along. But now, in addition to being a fun stream anniversary party and talking about cake and all those other fun stuff, It's also like the favorite fun day of the year, of the month rather, because it's ship upgrade day, right? For Chronicles, it's specialty ship upgrade day. And that is, I think, by far the most fun part of Chronicles. None of the other events are really like, all right, yeah, specialty buildings, it's kind of hard to do. Specialty research, there's very limited items in there. Usually it's just artifacts that you're upgrading to finish that off. But specialty ship upgrading, I think, is just my favorite day of the month now. I know I've done a couple already this morning because there were tier ups, and then I wanted to keep my timers at least somewhat reasonable and close to the other ones. But here we are with Chronicles. They didn't change anything with this. They did add to it. Last month they added the Excelsior. The Excelsior is still there. Dauntless, Serene Squall, and Reliant all still there. So is GS31, Relativity, and Revenant all still there. So basically, any ship that's been released in the last 15 months, because the Revenant is the oldest one here, I think, which was what, like November of 24? Somewhere around there. So let's get some upgrades going. We started already, like I said. Wish they still counted Vindicator. That's true. The Vindicator would be a good one to hopefully still be in there. We've taken some of the other ones out already. They did forget Dauntless Research was not added to the research day. That's true. All right, so what do we got here? We've got the Relativity. I think I tiered this one up this morning to 13. I did. Now we're using G6 on common parts. I might want to save that for Sunday, or Saturday and Sunday, because I may not have enough places to spend materials. Oh my goodness. I just look over and all I see are two cats who don't normally get along with each other. Well, they tolerate each other. They are actually snuggling on my bonus chair over here. And one of them's actually leaning his face into the other one. It looks like they're like holding paws and whatnot. It is ridiculously cute. I wish I could share the photo with you guys. If I turn the camera on them, they're both just gonna get pissed off and leave. But I do have to send this out to a few people. Chef, thank you very much for 1,000 more bits. Sir, I appreciate that. I really do. The Godfather over there. Dr. Iron Chef, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, I guess I should throw some shout outs in here too, right? If you're not already, and I can't imagine why you wouldn't be. But if for some reason you're not following Dr. Iron Chef, you should be. My Warp Draft 5 buddy. Speaking of Warp Drive 5 people, you should also be following Major Samo, who you can find right there as well. And super friend of the channel, Jason V-Neck. Another content creator. You can find him right there. And I saw Cottontail come in and gift out some bits earlier. Cottontail stream Star Trek Fleet Command. Moopsy doesn't stream Star Trek Fleet Command. Moopsy doesn't actually stream. I would shout out. I'm just going to shout out Moopsy. I don't know. Moopsy doesn't stream really, but he pops up on other people's streams all the time. See, playing no games. But you can still follow Moopsy if you want to. I'm sure he'd appreciate you following him. Tin Man, thank you for giving out 5 more subs. Moopsy gave out 5 more subs. We finished level 8. Tin Man threw in a few more. Yep, got that. Chef threw in more bits. Savage threw in some bits. Savage, good to see you. Welcome on in. I appreciate it. You can follow Moopsy, just not into the bathroom. I appreciate it. I don't think anybody wants to see that. You're in a meeting, the car is driving itself. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, it is only like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, well, 3 o'clock in the afternoon now in Hawaii, but yeah. Appreciate you being here, bud. Appreciate it. Drive safe. Let the car drive safe. All right, so the relativity is done. But I'll tell you what ship isn't done yet. And that's the GS31. And the GS31 has 3 components left. And then it's completely maxed. And I'm just going to do it right now. I know we're spending rares. And I know that's, you know, that's a thing. Spending rare when there's so few places to do that. And losing points towards the weekend event. But to be honest, I kind of just want the ship maxed. And I mean, if we're going to celebrating a max GS31, that seems like a pretty cool thing to celebrate. And now we have just taken our gravitational beam to its final level, which means that at tier 14, we were doing 10 billion damage, plus whatever other add-ons there might be. But at tier 15, that jumps up to 16 billion. And just to sort of showcase the difference there. Ordinarily, if I hit like 67s or something with the beam, like I could kill 67 explorers, but everything else would live. It would have a sliver of health left or a little fraction of health left. But now I think we can hit something a whole lot harder. Samo would be proud. I know, right? It's done. That's one less ship to worry about. One more to cross off the list. And now we're going to figure out exactly what to do here. And that's going to make my dailies even easier and faster too, because now when I actually zap things, they'll die. Toss the quantum slipstream on there. Well, when I finish getting it, I'll be sure and put it off there. My refinery should also have reset itself. Let's go find out. And thank you guys. We have finally completed our hype train. 37% of the way through level 9. Thank you very, very much for that. 43 gifted subs, 6,200 bits. I feel like the Grinch right now. You know, his heart grew 3 sizes. Thank you guys. And we have a hype chest. Oh, let's see what's in that. Well, there you go. I think whatever that says, I'm not sure, but we got a hype chest. Now Loston shows up. Well, if you wait an hour, you can do it all over again. I'm pretty sure that's what hype train reset timers are. About an hour from now, but it's okay. It's okay. Oh, outposts. What do we get here? I can get some resources. Bam, let's take that. Got that rare gas right back. Look at that. Awesome. Let's go check our GS31, right? Tier 15. All right. Our strong box. Hey, we're still getting extra parts. I don't know why. Because I want to build a second one. I guess I can build a second GS-31 now. Okay. Our officer acquisition, awesome. There's the cores, in case I want to build a second one. And then we're looking at ship parts as well. So let's go ahead and reset these guys so we can just keep hitting our bulk refine. Work sucked today. I'm sorry to hear that, but thank you very much for being here. Time to be silly, and you just gifted 10 more subs to the channel. Thank you, Lawson. I appreciate that. Sorry you had a bad day. Hopefully we can turn things around right here. Because in 5 minutes, we're going to give away a $100 pack. All right, let's just see where we're at. If I beam a 68 now, you know what I might have forgotten to do? Do I have to upgrade my ship XP to trigger the next level of the beam, or is it just off the tier of the ship? I didn't do the XP. Yep, I didn't do the XP. Oopsie's being scheduled for work meetings when he's on the cruise. He's going to show up shirtless and drinking. How is that different from other meetings? Usually he has at least a tank top on. These two. I swear, I'm going to put the pictures on Discord later after the stream's over because they're just ridiculous. They are just ridiculous. Between the cuteness over there and the love you guys are showing, this might be it. I might be done. I can't top this. Anywho, for those of you who came in a few minutes later, I'm going to just do a quick recap. In a couple minutes, we're going to give away a $100 pack. I need to know tonight which pack you want if you are the winner. And there are some restrictions on it. It has to be something that's available for your ops level. You're basically going to have to send me a screenshot from your store that shows the pack that you want. And it can't be anything in these first few bundles. Basically, anything from ships down is open and available. If it's a limited time item or anything that's in these first few bundles, that is off limits, not included, not an option, not available in all areas. So if you were to win, though, there are some other great things in here between forbidden techs and artifacts and fleet commanders, and extra slots and Cisco and faction ships and specialty ships and prime researches. So there's all kinds of fun stuff available should you be the lucky winner. To the trivia question that I forgot to look up the answer to. Oh. Retro, thank you for the 500 bits. I appreciate that too. Is Destros trying to impersonate me? That ain't cool. There's really only room for one. Look, man. Can't be having no impersonating Tiberius out there. Yeah, right. We're gonna finish this Highlander style. I'll admit I'm excited for the new movie because it's got Henry Cavill in it, so I have to imagine it's gonna be good. All right, so I think we finished our Chronicles event. We did. We finished our Chronicles event for the day. If I want additional points, Reliant, Squall, Dauntless, Revenant's done. Relativity, we're out of parts. GS31 is done. Reliant, Squall, Dauntless. Let's see. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, I don't want to spend mats on ships. I want to save that for the weekend when it's only material spend. But if I have any other specialty ships that I can... Hey, there's something over here. What do we got? Okay. Do I need more warp range? No, that ain't gonna do it. It's all from the research. I can't do cargo space. So let's just do a weapon component. Okay. So the Squall got tiered up earlier today. The Reliant got tiered up earlier today. And we're halfway through to the next tier. Awesome. I don't have an Excelsior, and I also tiered up my Dauntless already. No, this one didn't. We didn't finish the tier. We didn't have enough materials. That's okay. We'll save these. We'll get a few more ship parts, and maybe we can do some of this upgrading on the weekend as well. As far as other specialty ships go, this one's done. Doesn't count for anything anymore. The Protector I still could upgrade, but that's taking G6 materials, so that'll be a good one to focus on this weekend. Maybe I can get that one tiered up. Revenant is done. Relativity is almost done. The Vindicator is also one that they don't include in the events anymore. We're going to need this one in a minute, but this one also is using 5-star. Well, for me, it's 5-star rare right now because I'm only tier 11. But we're getting close to a tier up on that one. 27, 54, 54, and 48. So just over 10,000, and we're at 6,500. Okay. We are going to need to take our Vindicator out, though, in a minute to do our Thursday Outpost event. All right, folks, it is that magical time of the night where we are going to give away our first $100 pack. All you have to do, if you are interested in winning the pack, if for some reason you don't want the pack, please do not type the answer in chat. You can type, "I know this," and we'll all know that you're smart, whether you know it or not, instead. But please don't type the answer to the question unless you actually want to win. First person to correctly type the answer to the question I'm about to read in chat will win a $100 pack. And again, I do need to know what pack you are looking for. ASAFP. So here we go. For a $100 pack. In Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Benjamin Sisko goes on an epic adventure to find what ancient Bajoran city? We certainly have some fun answers in the chat. Don't know Stargate Atlantis. Valhalla was what Jason V-Neck said first. You were close. You were close. But Olympus does have the correct answer. It is Bahala with a B. B apostrophe Hala, as Olympus has spelled. So congratulations, Olympus, my OG, my #1 subscriber. Just managed to pick himself up a $100 pack. Congratulations, sir. I'm gonna whisper you here on Twitch, but Twitch ain't working so good right now. So you may have to go through Discord. I already have your player ID. So all I need from you next is what $100 pack do you want, and confirm for me your ops level, because they have to make sure that the pack you want is available, or if it's something that has scalable resources in it, they need to make sure that they apply it to the right ops level with the right resources and materials. But congratulations. Don't go anywhere. We have one more $20 battle pass to give away, and another $100 pack. And compliments and thank you to Beck Likes Plants for allowing me to give this stuff away tonight. Very much appreciated. She was going to let me give away more. I said no, thank you. I didn't want to get carried away and be too greedy, you know. I've only been there like 2 months. I got to try and, you know, keep some boundaries. Autocorrect owes Jason Medak $100. It very well might. It very well might. Olympus just got off work and just came walking on in. There you go. Okay. So now we got to go do some armadas. Let's go do some armadas. We've got the GS31. That's not right. That's not what we want there. Is it? No, we want the Vindicator. We need the Vindicator. Oh, hang on. I gotta finish repairing this ship so I can take those officers off. Kick you out. You go there. And you go there. Oh. You know what? Let's put up a poll, because Olympus needs... We're going to use to poll the audience, right? Olympus needs your help. New poll. What pack should Olympus get? FC Cisco, FC Con. Those are the two things you're looking for. I don't even think I should put up a poll for this one. I didn't read that appropriately. Con is very easy to get free to play. Yeah, if those are your two options, just take Cisco. If your options are another chair or Cisco, now that's a little bit more of a valid question. But Con is pretty easy to source just by running the, you leave your Reliant out, you auto grind some stuff, and then you go run the Con's champions where you just use Tal. I'm sorry for those of you who joined the game late and don't have Tal, but basically, if you're having trouble killing these, just use Tal. Tal, the only thing it doesn't work on is the level 5 champion, but anything up through level 4, 5 of 11, Giorgio, Tal. Done. Cisco's a pain in the ass to source. No denying that. He is definitely difficult. So we're thinking we're taking the GS31. Okay. I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever used the GS31 for Armada hunting before. But let's see what we got. What are we looking at? DPR 2.15, huh? But we do want to do this and get the ship XP done. Yeah, I have to take 2 ships. My Vindicator only being tier 11 isn't going to get the job done by itself. So now it just comes down to how far can we reach? Ooh, that's another question. Are there, now that I've taken it to the final tier, is there any more GS31 research? Horizon, that one. Vindicator. I'm a little behind on that one too. Relativity. GS31. This is all PvP stuff. Or wave defense hostiles. Okay. But this is all PvP stuff. All right, we'll come back to that. I got another empty lower deck slot. I do. I probably do. It's too late now. He's already gone out there. Don't do any rares or epics. Save the directives for tomorrow. Yes, but thank you for the reminder, Skippy. It's a good thing to call out. Rares and epics are ways. Fleet commander upgrades are also ways. All right, Olympus is going for the fleet commander slot unlock. He's Ops 53, in case you guys were wondering. So I think he's going to do better with that. I think that will work out better for him because a lot of what Cisco's a pain in the ass to source, but a lot of what Cisco's bonuses are high G6 or G7 efficiency kind of stuff. So I feel like by the time he's ready to do that kind of content, either they'll already have made it cheaper and Cisco's bonuses won't matter, or Cisco will have gotten cheaper or have had other sourcing by the time he's ready to get there. So that seems like a reasonable option to go for. Okay, I think I figured it out. I think for some reason, instead of normally it puts the most recent ones at the bottom, I think for some reason Twitch is putting the most recent whispers at the top, which is also kind of a pain in the ass. That's not right. You can potty train a kid before you can unlock Cisco. You might not be wrong about that one. You might not be too far off on that. Yeah, it's certainly been an interesting journey over the last 4 years. From transitioning from making videos just on YouTube, which is how this whole thing started. It's almost 6 years ago. It'll be 6 years playing the game in April and 6 years making videos for YouTube on July 4th, actually. I made my first videos on July 4th weekend because people in my alliance kept asking me the same questions over and over again. People kept saying, "Oh, go ask Tibbs. He knows how to do that. Go ask Tibbs. He knows how to do that." And I got tired of answering the same question over and over again. So I decided, you know what? I'm just going to record a video and put it on YouTube. And then every time someone asks me the question, I can just send them the link and be like, here, just go watch this. Just go watch this and leave me alone. And then here we are, 5.5 years later, still making content, still playing the game, and enjoying it a heck of a lot more. All right, let's start one of these guys. Let's see how it goes. Let's go there. Let's remember to actually hit this time. And as long as we're waiting, I'm just going to beam something because this should go a lot better now. Because you do actually need the ship levels. Yeah, so we got the 67 dead. And we got the 69 3/4 of the way dead. And the 68, these are battleships, of course, too, is like 85% dead. Lawson wants to know what program would I suggest if you want to dip your toe into making video content for YouTube? I just use OBS. You can also, if you want to edit your video after you're done recording it, I mean, Microsoft Clipchamp works fine. Some people like to do more fancy stuff, and there's probably a lot better programs you can do depending on how involved you want to get with adding things and whatnot. But if you're like me and you're just trying to keep it, just putting something out there that you feel comfortable with, but really just it's more about the message than about the, bells and whistles, then OBS to record it. And if you need to edit stuff out, just use Microsoft Clipchamp, which comes with Windows. And that'd be at least dipping your toe in the waters. And then, of course, if you're liking it and you're having fun doing it and you realize, like, hey, I want to add some more bells and whistles to this thing, well, then you can, expand on that. Maybe if you want to get into a Procreate or any other type of higher end product, you can certainly take it up a notch. You're just decent at winging it? Me too. And basically, anytime I want to learn something, I go on YouTube and there's one or two people on YouTube who make good content related to how to set up OBS to do things. I'm going to find the guy that I follow. I'm going to send you the link to I'm going to post the link to his channel. Because I'm pretty sure I follow the dude. Still. Yeah. His name is Michael Fair Jr. That's his channel right there. That guy has a whole bunch of videos about how to configure OBS to do certain things and all kinds of, if you want to do features or filters or all kinds of fun stuff right there. So, but that's the guy who got me started because I was like, I don't know how to set this friggin' thing up to do it the way I want it to do. I want to add some new frames and how do I get the music to work in the background? But yeah, he was the one watching his videos is how I learned how to do everything that I know. And it ain't all that great, but it's a start. I've watched a few other people. I like him better. Just the way he explains stuff, which is what I hear a lot of times from people who come and watch this channel and have watched my videos over the years. It's like you're explaining things the same way that Rev or DJ or back in the day, No One Shall or whatever. Those were the only people who were making content for the game really. And it was like, well, you're kind of explaining things the same way that, talking about the same topics that they are, because there's only so many things in this game to talk about. But I appreciate the way you explain it, the way you take your time and the way you kind of go through it and the way you sort of just have a stream of consciousness about the thought process that some people preferred. I used to get comments on my videos that goes, this could have been a 2-minute video. Why is it 10 minutes? It's like, because I'm not giving you the answer. I'm not giving you a fish. I'm teaching you to fish. I'm explaining the why behind all that stuff. If you don't care about the why and you're just like, gimme, 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 my videos are going to seem too long to you. No doubt about that. But if you actually want to understand what the hell's going on, maybe take the extra 5 or 10 minutes. Savage wants to develop a personality. Just one, or do you want to have multiples? If tips is too long, don't ever watch DJ. See, when DJ makes videos and he edits them down and just puts out, or Griffin edits them down for him and just puts out, a 10 or 15-minute little video about something, he's just hitting the highlights on stuff. When DJ is trying to live explain something and he's going to get distracted by 42 things during the explanation, that's when it turns into a 2-hour, TED talk. When he started out trying to be like, hey, this is going to be a 15-minute conversation about X, Y, and Z. And then 2 hours later, he's still watching, he's still reading the patch notes. He's still watching Beck's patch note video or spoiler video. That was only a 10-minute video to begin with, but yeah, that's just his ADHD and the way that it presents itself. And but his YouTube content is edited down. So all right. How we doing? All right, well, there's no point in zapping more things because I don't need to kill anything else. Am I done with this event yet? I don't know. Well, I mean, he's an old radio man, right? He's used to having to fill a 3-hour, 4-hour show. That's his experience. That's his background. So, talk forever about everything and nothing. Yeah, that's kind of it, right? That's kind of it. Some days it's just a slow news day, and you got to fill the time somehow because you still have the same air time to fill. You know, The late night guys got the same problem some nights. It's like nothing happened, you know? Nobody, the president didn't do anything stupid that we can talk about for 20 minutes, regardless of who the president is. Or, you know, no celebrity like fell down or did some stupid tweet thing that they have to apologize for afterwards. All right, guys, what are we going to talk about tonight? I don't know. Let's play a game. Yeah. That's why they film these late night shows at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Because they're sitting around thinking all day, like, what are we going to talk about tonight? What do we got? Who did something fun? Gotta do one more. I'm easier on the ears. I'm easy on the eyes too. But yes, we do try and keep things a little more laid back and relaxed and chill here. So, and there it was. Olympus did renew his subscription just a few minutes ago. I apologize, I missed it in all the craziness. I said he's been here since day one. 48 months. Olympus was watching before I was actually even allowed to have subscribers on the channel. And at one point, it was me and him playing Stream Raiders. We were talking about Star Trek Fleet Command for a minute, and it was like, let's play some Stream Raiders. And it was just me and him. And he literally, I think at one point in time, it's probably still on YouTube. I think I clipped the video and saved it. Where we had an epic Stream Raiders fight where he had one guy left and they had one guy left, and he was literally like shooting him over a rock, like 1 point at a time, until the guy died like 12 minutes later. My stream outlasted Stream Raiders. It sure did. It sure did. Now I don't know how long before me Stream Raiders started, but all right. That finished up the event. Let's get out of here. You can watch my stream and Samo's stream with your little one and not worry about things. Well, that's nice. Yeah, Samo just gets like people throwing stuff at the screen. Maybe some crazy sound alerts, but nothing she says is ever racy or outlandish. And even her sound alerts are fairly PG oriented. Did we all just stop playing Stream Raiders, or did it go kaput? It did go kaput. Stream Raiders was shut down 6 months ago, maybe now. I think it was about during the summer. Summer of 2025, they had like, hey folks, we're going out of business kind of thing. Somebody once told me that they can put my stream on and fall asleep listening to it. And I try not to take that personally. That like, oh, they're like, no, no, no. What I meant was, you've got the nice soothing background music, and you're not doing a lot of yelling and screaming, and you don't have all the crazy sound alerts. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna assume that's what you meant the first time, and I'm just gonna accept it and run with it. Yeah. Star Trek Fleet Command can be serious and tense enough as it is some nights. So if we can kind of tone that down, I like it. Now let's go see if we can't zap any bigger explorers. So it's a catch-22. Obviously the sound alerts and the blurps and things, some people have a lot of fun doing it, and obviously there are bits involved, so it's a revenue source for the actual content creator. But at the same time, some people, it bothers them and they don't want to be a part of that, so therefore they're less likely to watch. You're never going to please everybody, so you just have to pick which style you feel the most comfortable with. This is the style I feel the most comfortable with. We're creating a fairly safe space. We deal with enough nonsense and BS in the real world. Let's just chillax here a little bit and see what happens. All right, so we can get 2/3 of a 70 and 3/4, yeah, of the Explorer. Okay. Sound alerts are okay. Just maybe turn the volume down on some of them. That's also a thing, too. That is also a thing. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I didn't know that that was going to happen. The cats are mad at me. Ruined their nap. They'll get over it. Oh, wait a minute. Wow. What's the cooldown on this thing now? Because I can already beam them again. Hi, Netniv. Netniv has banned the word that. Well, I guess I will try really hard not to say it. 45 seconds. Oh my. Yeah, we just maxed it. We just maxed it 10, 15 minutes ago, zero Gs. 45 seconds. This benefit is very impressive. Can you ban a single letter? No. You think we need a sing mode? Oh my. I mean, if that's what you people really want to hear, but then again, I have a feeling a few of you might be leaving too. You're right. I said it. I said it. You did well, sir. You chose an appropriate word. I know Retro loves sing mode. Tricky's wondering what benefits you get from maxing the GS31. First off, your cooldown goes from like a minute and 10 seconds to like 45 seconds, which is a big benefit. Secondly, you also get an additional below deck slot. And thirdly, your beaming bonus adds 6 billion damage. Which is pretty darn impressive. And if anything, it really just makes you want to show the GS31 a little respect. Just a little bit, just a little bit. RESPECT. Find out what it means, the GS31. Respect. Sock it to me, 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 sock it to me. Respect. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, at op 67 is the ops lock for it. You can map it out. Research wise, most of the research for the GS31 is PvP based. Keeping the day job. It's harder when there's no actual music playing. You try going a cappella. We'll see how well you sound. I'd sound horrible. That's why I don't do it. Well, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, Nev, I think it's been 5 minutes now, so I think I'm off the hook. Not even close to 5 minutes. Restart the timer. I think IRL word ban. Netniv, that showing this 5 minutes ago in my activity feed. Just a suggestion. There you go. All right. So here's what we're going to do. In a couple minutes, we're going to give away another $20 battle pass. How about that? How does that sound? Does that sound like something fun that people would really enjoy? We give away a $20 battle pass. Oh, I gotta go kill V'ger ships too. Oh, I don't want to. I don't want to. You can help me program an on-screen timer. Ah. Oh, hey, what do we got there? Arc Stan, thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, we're just trying to figure out what we've got here for a good trivia question. Savage is wondering, do I have a link to a video explaining that the outpost speedups are the same or not as the Armada ones? The currency used to speed them up? I haven't unlocked that yet, so I have not done a video about it. As far as what currency does it use, perhaps we can ask that right now. Because it is available through the Section 31 store, the Outpost Quick Start right here. Actually, do I have enough currency to unlock that right now? I do. Yeah, so all this Quick Start does is instead of the 3 minute timer that it takes to, while you're waiting for the outpost to actually start, you can Quick Start it down to 10 seconds. So you can save yourself that 2 minutes, 2 minutes and 45 seconds, which for most people isn't going to make a difference because you're probably going to spend a minute to a minute and a half flying out there to begin with. But for some people who are at war, or if you're trying to do them during incursions or something and you don't want to be vulnerable while you're sitting there waiting for it to start and you don't have cloaking available, excuse me, you can just pop in, quick start it, and get it going, and then your ships are protected once the actual outpost begins. So yeah, so this was something that was just added. But as far as what currency it uses, I don't know what currency. Has anybody bought this yet? It's the same currency as the Armada, Lawston says. Okay. And Destros thinks it's the same one? Okay. Well, thank you guys for your help crowdsourcing that answer. So, Sudsy, welcome on in. Thank you for the follow. All right. So the question I wanted to ask, I'm going to have to pivot a little bit because I can't find the specific answer. I wanted to look this up earlier, but I don't want to waste too much time on it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to give away a $20 battle pass. In a minute, I'm going to ask a trivia question. If you know the answer and want to win a $20 battle pass for this month, please type the answer in the chat. First person with the correct answer will win the battle pass. If you know the answer but don't want the battle pass or have already bought one and can't win, you can just type something else like, I know this. So we all know that, you had it and you could have gotten it, but please don't give it away and spoil it for other people who might be trying to think about what the right answer is. So here you go. In an episode of Star Trek The Next Generation, Data has to give his cat away. To whom does he entrust Spot's care with? Some people know this, some people don't know this. Some interesting guesses. We've seen Atasha Yar. Yeah, that's not right. She did. We saw Beverly. We saw a couple of Geordies. We saw Reg Barclay. Now that'd be interesting because Barclay apparently has a cat. See, Candy, that's the question I was going to ask. Is like, what three things does Data? The answer is Worf, by the way. Congratulations to Savage. I think got that one right. Was the first one. Yep, Savage Darkness Games. Congratulations, sir. You have just won a $20 battle pass. Please send me your player ID number. But yeah, it was going to be because then Data goes through all the instructions of the things he must do. You must groom him. You must do this. You must tell him he is a good cat. You must tell him he is a pretty cat. But I couldn't find the actual list. I couldn't remember what episode it was from to go find like the script to go look through it. Because that was going to be the question. It was going to be like, tell me three things that Data instructs Worf to do when he has to take care of Spot. Yeah. Worf was allergic to cats. Worf ate the cat. There. So, congratulations on that. We have one more giveaway. And it will be for a $100 pack. And just as a reminder, for those of you who came in late, if you are the person who wins the $100 pack giveaway, I have to know what pack you want tonight. Jörg, to answer your question, there might just be a snippet of lag, but unfortunately, I'm showing Savage's answer slightly above yours. It could be a matter of milliseconds. It could be because you're in Europe and it took Twitch an extra second to register the response. But what's showing on my screen is Savage answering just before you did. Spot was a girl. Spot got pregnant, and that's a different episode. And it definitely could be because of the bouncing signals back and forth between Europe. All right. So, anywho, if you are the person who wins the $100 pack, oh, that's true, right? If he tells him, you must tell him he is a pretty cat. Yeah, that's weird if he says it like that, but then he gives birth later. Maybe Data was wrong that Spot was actually a girl. I don't know. So, anywho, if you do win the $100 pack, not only do you have to tell me which one you want, I need your ops level. So I can prorate any appropriate resources to match your ops level. And it can't be anything from the first 5 buckets here. So anything from ships down is eligible to be chosen. Olympus chose the Fleet Commander chair, which is an excellent thing to get. Fleet Commander Cisco is a good one. Any particular artifacts or forbidden texts like the Quantum Slipstream or something could be good. Prime researches, there's a bunch of those. Excuse me, specialty ships if you don't want to wait around, 100 days for a Dauntless or something, or you just got to the level and, you're level 26 and you're like, I can build a Reliant finally. And like that takes a really long time to source at ops level 26. Maybe you want to just take a shortcut and just get the ship right now and see how much that'll have an impact on your gameplay. Yes, Savage, you got a $20 battle pass. You do not get to choose a pack, unfortunately. We had 2 battle passes and two $100 packs to give away tonight. Courtesy of Scopely. And Beck Likes Plants, who authorized the giveaways. Can you choose which BP? No. It is only the standard $20 main battle pass. The specialty ones they don't give away. The V'ger or the Machinations, whatever, this battle pass. The other season passes and exchange passes and things, wave defense passes, etc., are not up for grabs. Okay. So now where were we? Oh, now try. We're gonna go kill some V'ger. We gotta go kill some stupid flippin'. Uh, Gorn. Goddamn Gorn. That's what we gotta go kill. All right, let's take the cube, I guess. Gorn. Gorn, 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 Gorn. Janeway Seska Suitor, I think, is right. Gorn is the easiest of the bunch. Doesn't seem to be that way. By the way, Candy, thank you. Candy, where's my t-shirt? I'm kidding. Thank you very much for the 500 bits. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. By the way, if you're not following Candy, you should be. Not only does Candy stream Star Trek Fleet Command, but every once in a while, he also streams other games, including a game called Hollow Knight, where he is coming up quickly on his 500th death. That's right. He has died nearly 500 times in a variety of ways, much to the enjoyment of his audience while playing that game. And should be celebrating that sometime in the next week or two. I think he's at like 475, 480. If you have a max GS31, you can beam them. Aren't they all immune? Aren't all the V'gers immune to the GS31 beams? Yeah, okay. Hollow Knight, yes. 467. Okay, so he's getting there. He's getting there. Give him another week or two. He'll be right there at number 500. Okay. So what are we going to do? All right, I know what we're going to do. I know what we're going to do. We are going to just buff up. You heard Gorn and got excited thinking the regular Gorn. I gotcha. I appreciate that. All good. You're trying to help. It's the V'ger Gorn, though. Yeah, if it was the regular Gorn, I would, I wish the, the hell's the stupid shit? The Eviscerator worked on the V'ger hostels, right? Give me the bonus. Let me go kill the V'ger ones. But no, they're special. They don't count. That's right. I'm feeling extra saucy. Yep, 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 yep. You are indeed not hearing things. There are birds and water sounds in the background because we try and just make things a little more laid back and relaxing over here. It's an audio file that's just on repeat. I don't like dead airspace and, all of the royalty free music that you can use is, to me, it's either crappy or annoying. Pick one or the other, especially when you hear it over and over and over again for a 2 hour, 3 hour stream. So I wanted to pick something that was a little more soothing, a little more interesting, and that's what I went with. I was like, let's have some fun, just nature sounds. Oh, dag nabbit. Ace redeemed bad TV curse edits only. Well, my friend, I don't know what the flippin' egg we're gonna do about that. You just thought I had some mother flipping birds in the background. A lot of people actually ask that. People who are newer to the stream get that a lot, or sometimes when I stream for other uh, events and things too, I just use their stream key with my setup as exactly as it is. So they're like, I'm joining a broadcast or hosting a broadcast for another game or something, and they're like, "Wait, Are you? Do you live in like a rainforest? Like what the hell?" And I'm like, "Yes, that's exactly where I'm streaming from, the middle of a rainforest. You got me." None of you spent time in a jungle. It's not peaceful and quiet. No, that's Jumanji, I think, right? Robin Williams described it. He's like, you hear things, bones crunching in the night, and you pray to God that you're not next. We are in the middle of ads. Thank you. Yes. Although, to be honest, with the what 50 gifted subs that everybody gave out earlier, most of you shouldn't have to worry about ads. We should be running basically ad free at this point, unless you came in the last like 5, 10 minutes and are brand new to the channel. Maybe then you won't have a subscription yet. We're just going to do that. We're going to hit the max for it. We got the Cerritos buff. And we're going to go die 3 or 4 times. If Tibbs falls in a rainforest, does he make a sound? That is the type of existential question that will haunt you all evening and will probably lead to you not sleeping. It's also why I don't go in the forest, because I'm afraid of falling down. Well, the good news is we kicked the crap out of that V'ger hostile. The bad news is that somebody cleared out the goddamn system. I'm sorry, gosh darn system. So there's no dang nabbit hostiles for me to kill over here. Personally, I think it's a whole bunch of malarkey, but it has been asked multiple times if they could speed up the freaking spawn rates on these hostiles, and nothing has happened yet. Now they're respawning now. They are respawning now. Go to the other 70 system. There's more than one. Oh, there is another 70 system. Would you look at that? I've never been there. It's our game. We'll speed if we want to. Speed if we want to. You would speed up too if it happened to you. Sometimes I'll just throw in a short little free sing for you. I should duet with Beck. Yeah, that would go real well. If I can do the backing vocals, maybe. I can be one of the doo-wop girls in the background. How many did we got? We got 9. So there you go. So I cheated my way thanks to a max fortification. And now we are going to get all of these things killed. Today is V'ger Gorn. And since going up to 70, they've been a way, way bigger pain in the butt. Pain in the buttocks. Like something jumped up and bit me. Max Fortify is the only way you can kill any level 67 Orion, Emerald Rose says. When in doubt, you can always use the Leslie Cheese Crew. Which, if any of you are newer and haven't adapted that yet, you're basically trying to drag the fight out to be 100 rounds, and you just need burning to do all the damage for you. So hopefully you'll have a maxed Neelix below deck. And then you're just using Leslie with Moreau for the officer boost and the slight pump to mitigation, and Suitor. And hopefully Suitor would also be very high. Leslie Cheese Screw didn't work for you at 67 either. Oof. You still die in 22 rounds. And you've got PICU and Suitor repairing all your hull health, and you're still not living? Interesting. PICU is only rank 4. Mine's only rank 4 too. My Suitor is maxed. Some people also having trouble with Leslie as well. Okay. Well, that's a bummer, because that was at least, it's annoying to have to die and fly back 10 times, but at least that was a way to get it done. But if that's not working either, well then, that's not fun at all. And I'm going to assume that whoever it is that your Neelix is maxed as well, because that's another problem too. If Neelix is in tier 5, if you miss one proc of burning, it throws the whole thing up. But Yeah, I mean, different levels have different problems with them. I mean, my Ops 64 account, I cruise right through the Orions with my using my relativity to kill them. It's a tier 12 relativity. I think I went to tier 13 this morning, but maybe not. But yeah, I'm a 64 and I punch up to like the 65s or even 66s for some of the different ones. And it's just so much easier to kill them. But the way these things exponentially increase in power from 67 to 70 has certainly been an interesting stopgap, gate check, if you will, for this new content here. Yeah, all your crit buffs and bonuses, and that's definitely the problem. At least with the Orions. The other ones, it's actually a good thing. With the Orions, it's not, but it is what it is. I'm muted? Okay, well, that's interesting. I don't remember doing that, but I guess apparently I did when I went to get a drink of water. Let's try that again and not be stupid. Coming soon to a t-shirt near you. Export credits, the epic ones. You can farm low-level battleships in the NX-01 systems to get more of the special opportunity chest, these rare tokens here. Use Anorax as the captain on your NX-01. Put a good damage crew on, and depending on what tier your NX-01 is, you can go hunt in any of the lower level specialty systems, and just you have to kill the ship in the first round. So hit something that you can do way more damage to, and you're just farming the battleships. So that way, every 3 days, you can double pull both chests, and that'll really help accelerate the X board credits. He's working on it. He'll get to it, I promise. All right, folks. We're up to our final giveaway. And it is for a $100 pack. And I just have to think how I want to word this particular question, because I know the area. Ooh, you know what? I just changed my mind. I'm going to ask a different question. I'm going to ask a different question instead. I think I like this better. You know, it's our 4 year stream anniversary, right? So it would only make sense to tailor one question to our community here that we've built over the last 4 years. So when I ask this question, if you know the answer, please go ahead and type it in chat, and then you could be the winner of a $100 pack in Star Trek Fleet Command. So I've been streaming Star Trek Fleet Command for 4 years, and I've been streaming other content prior to that for a bit longer. My Twitch user ID is Tiberius2187. What is the 2187 in reference to? No, number of birds in my house. Nice. The amount of adult films I've starred in. Okay. Try and be specific. I see a bunch of people who are just throwing out like some people like first contact date. No, I don't think that's it. Somebody said a Star Wars trooper. Also not correct. Passcode to my computer. Kirk's birth year. I don't know if that's Kirk's birth year, to be honest. But Free Schwag does have the right answer. It is indeed Princess Leia's cell number on the Death Star. It is cell 2187. So it is sort of related. It's definitely related to Star Wars. I was looking for a little bit more of a specific detail about it. It's kind of a throwaway line, of course. But yes, it does pop up, and it is. I decided to sort of mash two things together. Domo, you typed cell 2187, but Swag had kind of, I mean, he had already typed the answer a couple lines above you. It was just sort of, we'll call it fat fingered a little bit. I can see exactly, Lee's cell number. I'm not gonna hold him up for being slightly off there, but congratulations to Free Schwag. You have indeed lived up to your name. I just need you to send me what pack you want, the name specifically, your player ID. Just make sure it's still the same because you did win something for me before. Just make sure it's still the same one. And your ops level, because if there's any prorated resources in it, they have to make sure they're giving them to the right ops level of the account. And just as a quick reminder, it has to be a pack basically from, it can't be anything that's on a limited time or anything like that. So basically anything from the ships down you can pick from. And there's plenty of good stuff in there to choose from. I couldn't think of how to word the other question that I was going to ask, which I'll go ahead and just throw away as an extra fun thing for you guys here. So, in an episode of the original series of Star Trek, we see Commodore Matt Decker stranded aboard his ship, which he later sacrifices in order to defeat an enemy hostile that has made its way into Star Trek Fleet Command. What do we call those hostiles? That's where I was going to go with the question. And yep, there it is. Yep, the episode is Doomsday Machine, and they are the Doomsday Worms. These things that some of us would love to forget about. This is basically what he flies the USS Constellation into to destroy it. It's before it can kill any more planets. And that guy is the father of Will Decker, who we see again in Star Trek The Motion Picture. Chad, thank you very much for the raid coming on in. Just getting close to the end of our stream as well. We just did our final giveaway. You just missed it. We just did a $100 pack giveaway just a few minutes ago. Yeah, he's Matt Decker's. Matt Decker is Will Decker's father. Thank you guys very much for that. And this was the sourcing for TOS officers. It was. What are my thoughts on the Valentine's Day Observatory Special Pack? Ooh. I haven't looked at those packs. Let's see what's in it. Never had to look through the store because you've never bought one before. Yeah, I mean, more popular items just to steer you in the right direction, or at least a direction. You can certainly, again, feel free to pick one. I mean, Fleet Commander Slot or Fleet Commander Cisco, because he's annoying to try and source. If there's any specialty ships that you haven't been working on or you're far away from unlocking, like a Dauntless or a Serene Squall, or I wouldn't maybe not the Squall, but like a Dauntless could be a good one if you haven't been working on it, to get that caught up for you, or possibly if you have a Dauntless to get an upgrade pack for it to get it further ahead to make your life better. Forbidden tech like the Quantum Slipstream or any of the new prototype techs. I think it's any of the new ones. The Biomimetic Gel, which is a good PvP one that just came out. But the Quantum Slipstream certainly takes a long time to source and is a very solid one. I mean, obviously there's a bunch of Prime researches. There's a lot of Primes. Half of them are available for free in-game. But if there's something new, that could be a thing. When in doubt, you could also just, pick a building to upgrade. All right. But Valentine's Day Specialty bonus packs. What do we got here? Observatory special. Okay, so here's the observatory special. You get 620 schematics and 5 Ilias shards plus resources. A small amount of resources for $20. All right, so 620. Well, depending on where you've gotten your building to, 620 may not be much of anything. I don't. Do I have? Oh, I do have the V'ger chart. Yeah, let's pull this up for a second. And there should be one for the building, a tab for it, right? Yeah, there we go. So here's your upgrade costs, right? If you're building 620, depending on where you are. I'm assuming if you're free to play, you're probably somewhere in the teens, right? Who won the $100 pack? Savage. Free Schwag won the pack. So, I mean, the 600 currency might only get you 2 or 3 levels, and if your building is high enough, it might not even get you a level. So, depending on where you're at exactly. The Doomsday was just for fun? Yes. That was a bonus question. That's the one I was going to go with. I was trying to figure out how to word it. But that wasn't, we had already done the giveaway beforehand. So, that's kind of where we're at there. So for $20, it might get you 1 or 2 more levels. It might get you closer, depending on where you are with this for this $20 pack here. It may not make much of a difference. Just Q's wondering about the FAT2K scrap. Yeah, that's going away. That was announced in December. I don't even think I have the Invasion store. All the Saris stuff is completely going away in 3 more days. So if you have any of that currency left, this has been running since January 1st. It's been 6 weeks now that you've had opportunities to turn in these materials and exchange them. And if you still have them left after then, well, unfortunately, you're not going to get a chance to turn those in. But you've had quite a bit of time to work on that kind of stuff. So hopefully everybody's gotten rid of most of their stuff. I got rid of all mine within about a week. It only took about a week because I didn't have much left. I didn't really farm this kind of stuff. Some other people might have had a little bit more stockpiled there. And the Valentine's Day gift exchanges, well, it's basically pick your resource and get a couple officer shards to go along with it. I will most likely be picking this one because, well, I need rare ore and I need Walk Carol shards. So this is a big bonus for me for what my goals are. Kirk is kind of an add-on. We'll take him. A lot of people tend to need crystal and titanium. Although these officers are certainly less desirable. Although, to be fair, the officers are really only a chance, right? What's the 65% chance of getting speed ups, 15% chance of depot tokens, 15% chance of one officer, and 5% of the other? So probably not going to get the officers either. It's probably most of the time. I mean, honestly, let's just pull one right now. Let's just see what happens. We got some 5-minute speed ups. Twice. That's what we got. Yeah, Chapel has the best rate because Chapel's a rare. On the other bundles, it's 75% chance of getting speed ups. So 75% of the time, I'm going to get a 5-minute speed up. Awesome. You can't even give me a 15-minute speed up, you cheap bastards. How about an hour? Can we have an hour speed up? You know, it's only like it's not like I'm op 70. You know, what's a 5-minute speed up gonna do? Yeah, yeah. I apologize for the swearing there. MJ Hat's getting close to going live. Awesome. Because I probably will need to raid out to somebody here in just a minute. I know we're actually overtime, and DJ's not streaming tonight because he's doing this Star Trek Academy watch party on his Discord, starting at 9:30. I don't know. I didn't enjoy the first episode of that show, and I'm not really excited to go back and try more. And, I've heard some people who like it, and I've heard some people who don't like it, which is par for the course with any new show. It's very rare that everybody says one or the other. But, Candy's also streaming. There you go. First episode is the worst. It gets better. See, sometimes that's the thing. Sometimes it just takes a show a few episodes to find its footing. And sometimes a show starts out really well, and then you realize, like, oh, they really didn't think this through where they were going, and it doesn't work out. And sometimes they did plan it out, and it actually works out well. And you're like, yay, this is a good new show. I hope it lasts around for a while, because I'm really enjoying it. Episodes 3 and beyond have been the best storytelling since TNG. Interesting. High schoolers with lasers. Yeah, it felt like in the premiere episode, like they were trying too hard to showcase like all the diversity and all the students, and they all have all these, some of them have these special abilities. And look at this guy, he can like change his skin into a different color so he can walk out in space by himself without a suit on. It's like, oh, it's what, X-Men meets Star Trek. Is that the crossover we're doing? It's like, all right, maybe we'll just sort of let the feelings simmer down a little bit, and we'll come back and we can watch a couple episodes in a row and see what happens there. In the meantime, let's open another one of these so I can get 5 more minutes of speed ups. Oh, I got a Kirk shard. Yes. Haha. I just pulled it for the rare ore. It's the whole reason I'm pulling it. Okay. All right. I think we've covered all the events. Anybody have any last minute questions before we wrap things up and look for raid out targets? It's been fun tonight. Thank you guys very much for all being here. It's been fun being able to do some giveaways. We'll take our challenge track tokens. We're getting close to unlocking Ilya. No captain's ability below deck. Crit damage. Okay. That's not bad. I know we set a brand new record hype train, right? We got the tier 8.5 or something like that, which was crazy. Up 64, and Schwag also wants the Fleet Commander slot number 2 Elite unlock. You got it. Player ID sent won't let you send me any more messages for some reason. Okay. Well, it's just as long as it's the same. Yep, it's the same ID I had before, so perfect. So we're good there. Yeah, Twitch whispers have been a little foobar this week, to put it mildly. So we'll be doing all the fun giveaways there. Like I said, I'm going to submit all of that stuff tonight. The battle passes should go out by Monday or Tuesday. The packs, I don't know if they'll take an extra day or two, or hopefully they'll all be done at the same time. And hopefully everything will all get done Monday or Tuesday. I know a bunch of the other creators have already submitted their battle passes. If I remember correctly from last month, the people who got them in early right away, like today, tomorrow, is when a bunch of them went out. And then I feel like a bunch of other creators handed theirs in like over the weekend, and then those went out like Monday, Tuesday. So I would expect to see them all hopefully handed out by Tuesday of next week. If you don't get your battle pass, you won't get an alert or anything. The only way you'll know is you'll just open this screen and you'll see this elite with like the pip, and you're like, oh crap, I've got 20 things that I can claim. Where did those all come from? They just added the battle pass to your account. So, okay. Valentine's meta SMS. Your last thing says retrieving. Any idea what that is? Voltron probably not going to apply to you. The third option on the Valentine's SMS is to earn Mako qualifications. And that's an event that's running for the Ops 20 through 50 players, because they have the same event. So that's what's going on there. And my Ops 31 account, because of finishing these milestones, is basically done with this event. I think I have 900 points out of the 1,000 points, but because of this alternative scoring. I think the rest of us are just going to have to log in every day and complete the claims that way. Tobias, you came back to see you only spawned 42. Yeah, there was something weird with the outposts today. They're looking into that bug. I had the same problem earlier. My outpost just stopped spawning hostiles this afternoon. So I got through the first 40, and then 2, 3, 4. Oh, I got 60. I got 60 out of the 72 hostiles before it stopped spawning. And I don't know if it was a particular time of day. This would have been about 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. Or if it was everyone specifically at like a number they just stopped spawning, or at a particular time of day they just stopped spawning. I don't know. But it is in the known issues on the official Discord and is being looked into. And I don't know what they're going to do about compensation for that, because obviously it has an impact on an event. If they're just going to give everybody the points for the heroic, or what the deal is. Breaker, yours also stopped on the 60th hostile? Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, let's go browse and see who else is online right now. Candy's just getting geared up playing some Hollow Knight. I know somebody was saying MJ's warming up. He'll be online soon as well, if you're not already following. There's MJ Hat. You could also be following him. Oh, wait. Shout out at MJ Hat. Let's try that again. And not be stupid this time. But I don't see MJ online yet. So let's see what we got. A few other people doing some sponsored streams. We're not going to raid out to any of them. So I guess for now, we can all go watch Candy White die. See if we can get to death number 500. But bear in mind that sometime in the near future, MJ should be online if you want to get some more Star Trek Fleet Command experience going. Or talk professional wrestling, which he's also a big fan of. But thank you all very, very much for being here, for celebrating the 4th anniversary of my Star Trek Fleet Command streaming journey. I always appreciate our time together, but tonight we went even way above and beyond what I expected. So thank you to everyone for gifting out subs earlier, for donating bits to the channel. We set new records tonight, which is awesome. One step closer to official Twitch partner, which should hopefully happen in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Year number 5 is just going to be even better. So thank you all for being a part of it. Thank you all for your continued support. I will see you back on Sunday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If I don't, see you around the galaxy first. Take it easy, everybody.